swagmagazineonline.com. Yeah, buddy. It's your boy, Trainers on the Black Knight from Swag Magazine, repping Swag Magazine to the fullest, you already know. And we sitting here, we got the opportunity, the pleasure to bust it up with my man, DJ Legendary Too Tough.
What's good, baby?
What's up, Playboy? How you doing, man?
Man, we just sitting here drinking some
yes,
non-alcoholic beverages.
Yes, sir. You know, wetting down our dusty trails.
As we should.
Because we've been around for a while, man, in this game doing our thing, whatever. You definitely been around doing your thing. Been a mentor, one of the hottest DJs on the planet, in my opinion. So what's up, baby? Talk to the people, man.
Well, you know, you said I've been around for a long time. That's because I started this when I was 17.
Wow.
So, you know, being 17 years old and stumbling upon a hit record.
Indeed.
With your boys that you grew up from the neighborhood. Shout out to Tuff Crew, Overlord Ice Dog, TL the Teacher, LA Kid, Monty G.
Monty G.
You know,
represent for the big boys.
Yeah, for the big boys. Actually, that was the name of the group that Monty was in.
Right.
Before he got absorbed into Tuff Crew, and that's a big thing to absorb.
Right.
Monty G.
Monty G's, yeah.
Yeah. Fox 29, Monty G.
You know him only being at the Eagle games and everything else. Y'all knew Monty G. But yeah, man. So what you got cooking right now for us, man? What you been up to?
Well, you know, we just finished up doing the Lil' Kim live at the Armory joint. Y'all covered that. Y'all covered that, of course.
Fire.
And
who impressed you there, man? A lot of people was there doing their thing, man. At the high performances.
Well, you know, I spun for Ammo.
And he spun. He said he spun for Ammo. You spun. You tore the damn tables up, baby.
Well, you know, they tend to have a way of getting me hyped up.
Indeed.
But who really impressed me at that show was, well, obviously, Lil' Kim is a bona fide superstar.
Yes.
TMZ worthy superstar. So TMZ, if y'all out there and y'all listening, holler at me. I got some behind the scenes pictures. Plus, I got Lil' Kim high heels.
High heels.
Not the one she wore on stage, the one she changed out of. So I've been, you know, anyway. Who really impressed me at that show was Asia Sparks.
Asia
Sparks went hard, and I was really impressed with Asia Sparks.
Listen, I've seen Asia perform at least a dozen times right about now. She on the cover of this current issue of Swag Magazine right now too.
That's a good segue.
This young lady, man, is the real deal. She's the truth.
I mean, her stage show was just tight.
Yeah,
the dances and everything. They had the smoke machine going and the whole nine. But y'all also covered the Philly Legends event.
Yes, sir.
So I've developed somewhat of an inside relationship with swagmagazineonline.com.
Indeed.
Even to the point where I could just spit that right out without having to have no cue cards over there or nothing. Shout out to my man.
And it's been our pleasure.
Oh, well, you know, I ride with Big Rock. So we here at swagmagazineonline.com at the Camden riverfront.
Indeed.
Watching the planes fly by and the buses go by and the chicks that ain't got the right drinks.
Indeed. And the police giving us tickets on our way here and everything. But
yeah,
shout out to the police.
Shout out to the police with a tinted window ticket. While the drug boys is getting money right around the corner.
Indeed. So you was telling us about some of the stuff you've been working on.
Yeah. We got a new label coming out. It's actually been in existence for over a year now. It's called Danger Zone Music Group.
Indeed.
We are, you know, it's sort of a talent search.
Right.
For made men.
Indeed.
If you've already been plugged into the danger zone,
right,
and you ever got locked up, you know, took a little bit of time off due to an addiction process or whatever you might have done.
Right.
If you family, and we deal with the problems as they arise. So that's Clever One, Alcatraz. You can check him out at Alka Beats. That's Glockaware. That's Juvie D. That's Straight Business. That's Mike Bickens and Dope Sick Entertainment. That's Jukes Raw. That's you know, any number of artists that we've been working with. That's All Purpose. That's who else can I even think of? Oh damn, yo, that's Screw Tape.
Right.
You know, we gotta get Screw Tape in there. It's Rich Quick. So
got a lot of talent, man. A lot of talent there.
Yeah, and if I would have forgot the names, I'd have had to get a couple body shots. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So we do, like I said, we're doing the Danger Zone Music Group label thing. We're also working on the Tuff Crew tour, and I know you've been hearing over and over, or at least my Facebook fans have been hearing over and over about Tuff Crew finally making it to Europe. Now the problem with that has been airfare, because there's 5 of us, or 4 of us and a road manager, because obviously they're not going to unleash us
And
in Europe without a chaperone.
And they play y'all classic hits like crazy over there, right?
They respect the hits much more, and it does get major airplay over there.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people on the Glockaware radio show, when we do it every Thursday, listening from Australia, Japan, the United Kingdom, Germany, France,
Indeed.
Spain,
Right.
Morocco, Dubai.
Right.
So I'm trying to get like Jazzy Jeff, go over to Dubai. You know what I mean?
Go Dubai.
Spin for the millionaire oil tycoon ball.
Exactly.
Sheikh, what's his name? Sheikh Shadir Henna. So look,
How does that make you feel, knowing it's like kids or people overseas from faraway lands who craving to see you guys do what y'all do personally, up close and personal?
well, you know, the farthest that I've traveled was in the United States. So I've never really been out of the United States. So I'm really looking forward to broadening my horizons,
Indeed.
so to speak, and just taste a little bit of the culture of another country, another religion, another cuisine.
You gotta taste
You know
that
what I mean?
fine,
Yeah, we're gonna get over there and get
exotic
some grub
cuisine.
on, yeah. So
Exactly.
plus the musical talent over there have you know, Europe was always kind of behind.
They was
So it's good that they're behind, because now they right in tune with like the old school.
They love what we do.
They
respect
actually
what we
have
do.
done so much
They do
more
that.
of
Yeah.
their homework,
Yeah, exactly.
because nowadays in the States, in my opinion, they spend the money,
Right.
and they know that they got Benjamins in their pocket,
Yeah.
but they probably don't know the story behind Benjamin Franklin.
Right.
So if you do a little bit of research on hip hop, you'll know who Tuff Crew is. If you do a little bit of research on hip hop, you'll know who Big Daddy Kane is. Instead of starting.
And real quick, Big Daddy Kane's birthday today too.
Oh, my birthday was yesterday.
Your birthday was yesterday. Well,
Big
happy
Daddy
belated
Kane is a
birthday,
Virgo.
sir.
Happy birthday,
Indeed,
Big Daddy.
Virgo's in the building. But you know, the crazy thing is you can't watch Godfather. You can't watch Godfather 4 or 3 without going back to watching 1, 2,
No.
and build up to it.
It
You'll be lost.
helps. It helps to know the storyline
Exactly.
before you jump in
So
the middle
would
and
you
be
say-
lost.
So would you say that overseas do a great job of doing that first? You know what I'm saying, with our culture and our music.
Now I don't know. Obviously, there's probably some 17 to 25-year-olds in Europe, in the UK, in Australia that don't know who Tuff Crew is, or aren't familiar with classic golden age hip hop. But it's the parents' job to teach the children. So along with the rules of the house and doing your chores and don't do drugs and stay in school, make sure you tell them about Tuff Crew.
Right.
While you schooling them on the values of life and the proper etiquette on how to press your CD player and how to write music playing. So I don't know.
Well,
I'll let you lead in.
I know one thing that I appreciate and love is not only are they interested in finding out how this thing got started, who was the pioneers, who was the #1 DJ, who was behind the scenes of all this stuff that we do. So that's exciting to me. And then, you know, we got the Cypher now, BT Cypher, and they bring over the artists from overseas and let them fill in and do their thing. And our love and appreciation for what they do is just as good as what they, you know, the love that they have for us.
So I actually had an idea a couple years ago to put together DJ Too Tough's International Weapons of Mass Destruction CD.
Right.
Where I would feature one artist from each country. And because like I go on my Facebook at any time after midnight, and it's really good. It's good for me because I make a lot of money on Facebook.
That's
with merchandise sales, CD sales, and stuff like that.
Indeed.
But the relationships that I've built with Ben Delta, Karen Inchai Dabner, Mark Cheney Davis, Omar Lucetti, Martin Klinkett, these are all names that I mean, they may not be famous to you, but that's the connect. That's the open door to get me to Europe.
Right.
Andy Halstead, Ictus. If I don't mention him, I mean, he's blessed me with so many different tracks. He's giving me tutorials on how to mess with.
When it says name, say his name twice then.
Say his name twice. Shout out Andy Halstead, my man Ictus, representing over there in the United Kingdom.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
There's just so many people who have Jerome Cock. Right. So many people who've just rallied behind me.
Right.
Like they cheer for me from their couch.
Mm-hmm.
through the Facebook joint.
Right.
And it just hypes me up, so I go into the ring and just start, you know what I mean?
Indeed. One of the fine pleasures that I enjoy is I get to hear music before it's actually put out there. I got to hear some of the music that you got cooking that you ain't even give out to the public yet, man, and it was fire. I was real entertained and impressed, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And DJ Too Tough is he just not on the turbo spinning, but you making hot tracks too, brother.
Yeah,
so tell us about that, man. Where that passion come from as well?
From the beginning of the Tuff Crew's inception, it's been an LA Kid / Too Tough production scheme.
Right.
I mean, LA is just a monster on the beats. He's taught me pretty much everything I know about sampling drum machines, and LA probably switched his game over now to at this point having had mastered Fruity Loops, Ableton 9,
right,
Logic, or whatever. I mean, I'm not really big on them programs, but I was able to get from my brother Brad Giosa, and that was a connection from Screw Tape.
Indeed.
I got Ableton 9 Live, and I was recommended highly on that program by Sat One, who just did the My Part of Town trap remix that I didn't let y'all hear.
Right.
But we're gonna hear it on the way home.
Indeed.
Or maybe we're running in the background when y'all do the edits on the show.
That's what we do.
So
that's what we do.
Sat One does a weekly down at dusk in Atlantic City.
Indeed.
And totally crushes the game. And he's not DJ Paulie D. Not even close, you know what I mean? But Sat is a monster. So shout out to Sat One Scratch Mechanics. Shout out Jazzy Jeff, because the actual guy, the gentleman who invented the program Ableton, gave that program to Jeff while Sat was there, and had a German translator there with him.
Right.
And just basically took him right to the meat of how to work this program.
Right.
So then Sat was kind enough to fill me in with that same information. And I'm basically switched all the way over to digital now. So like,
that's what's up.
If niggas thought it was a problem 10 years ago, it's a major problem right now. So you know, I'll just be quiet and let my music do the talk.
I gotta ask you this question, biz. That my partner Raheem is probably a retired DJ. Been doing it for years. But what's your favorite equipment that you like to work with? What's your, every chef got his own things.
What DJ equipment?
Yeah. What you like?
I mean, of course, I'm a Serato superstar.
Okay.
Industry standard stuff is what we basically use. I got a Rain 54 mixer that was presented to me as a gift from DJ Z Trip, with 3 $100 bills on the bottom of it.
Wow.
These legendary stories right here. Right. Of course, I mean, I've been locked up and came home from jail and violated my probation and went back in over the last 11 years so many times that the equipment that I originally had is nowhere even near me to be found. Right. But I've been blessed to have been given pieces from different outlets, and it was like a Voltron situation where one person gave me a turntable, another, and I went and got them
together,
all. Like if anything was wrong with it, shout out to my man Darren for putting a new motor in my 1200s after Armand's broke it. Shout out to Tracy Charlton for buying me my new Rain mixer. That I bought. I still am partial to that Z Trip mixer because it has a special DJ spirit floating around in there.
Right. You got ghosts.
I deal with Rain. I don't really like the 57 because it has a little, like, I need a back scratch in my joint. So here's another thing. Let's get to this real quick. Okay. This might create a little controversy online. If you using the little slope joint on your mixer to crab, that's called cheating. Because if you was in 89, it wasn't no slope on your mixer to make you be able to crab. So if you can't do it with a realistic Radio Shack joint, then that's the machine doing it for you, Pop. Real rap. All the DJs out there, if y'all crabbing, come on with that. I still trash you. And not the, like, bravado is good and all that. I'm on my humble joint right now, but stop cheating. Really. Stop cheating.
I like that. So who's some of the DJs out there?
I told y'all it's confrontational.
Hey man, be you, brother. That's what we love about DJ Too Tough, because DJ Too Tough is DJ Too Tough. But what's some of the, I know some DJs out there right now that you really like looking at them like, yo, this kid right here, I'm liking dude. I like his, his style. He's doing it the right way.
Well, I was highly impressed when I saw A-Track.
Okay.
A-Track is a DJ from Canada. Got his own label. Obviously, I've been linked up and allied with Sat One, J Ski, DJ A Run. Of course, my idols are Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff.
Of course, right.
All day, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't. See, there wasn't no tutorials.
Right.
that you can go to YouTube and learn how to do a 2-click flare or
Right.
3-finger crab.
Like it is now.
Yeah, like it is now. So it made it a lot easier. We used to have to go around and actually
Go to the
dub
show,
copies of a
and
tape that they went to
did.
the show and snuck in with a radio and pressed record, and then probably got thrown out before it was finished recording. So they only got a little piece of Jazzy Jeff with Roxy, or they only got a little piece of Cash Money Echo Scratch with Fred Rock, or DJ Bones, Malika Love doing Cold Rock Steady, or Cosmic Kev cutting History of Hip Hop with a fucking Daniel Boone hat on, because I had that on video. Shout out Cosmic Kev.
Cosmic Kev,
you know what I mean?
back in the
Street
day.
banger.
Banger. Yeah.
So like all of them dudes, I like highly enjoy myself growing up in the era of the hip hop formation.
Right.
And I always take it back to that level for inspiration.
Hip hop started off with the DJ.
The simpler that you can make it, the better it is.
Right.
You don't need a bunch of, different production styles serve their purpose.
Right.
But if it's a beat and a rhyme, that's what made Run DMC all-time legends.
They kept it simple.
A beat and a rhyme. If
But
you
the
can't rhyme,
right.
like the beat is just there for people to dance to. The rhyme is what's getting the people thinking while they dancing.
Right.
You need to have a substance in your lyrics, some intrigue, some type of plot to your lyrics, not just make it pop or whatever they say. You know what I mean? And we're in the age of the cookie cutter.
Yeah.
So if you've made a song, whatever artist, platinum artist out there, let me hold a couple dollars. If you made a song, the record company is obviously going to persuade you forcibly to make another song just like that song. So I might as well go ahead and do that same thing and remake My Part of Town, which is actually what we have in the works.
Okay.
And we're going to cookie cutter our way into a couple dollars that we ain't never get back in the day when Mr. Tony Mitchell was doing his thing, and Lawrence Goodman was doing his thing, and ended up Steady B doing Life, and Cool C robbing banks, and Tuff Crew being broke, still selling crack on the corner in '87, driving brand new Suzuki Jeeps, but we couldn't pay for the damn car payment.
Well, you said you were 17 years old when you first started out, so was y'all really looking to get rich back then, or was it just the love was overpowering?
It was the love of it, but the business aspect is really important nowadays. Back then, you had a manager who would come along and have a vision, and he was also a businessman who was much older than us. We were 17, 18, 19 years old. He was 42, 43.
He seen the money. He didn't have the passion or the vision. He didn't have the passion, but he seen the vision.
One thing I can say, though, if it wasn't for Mitch, initially with this whole Tuff Crew thing, I used to come back to the block, and niggas would say, well, what happened to y'all? Y'all smoked up all of y'all money. Y'all was getting high. What happened to y'all? Y'all got burned by your manager. What happened to y'all? Y'all fucked up your money gambling, or whatever they were saying. If it wasn't for and we used to be mad about that,
right?
Because it ain't nothing worse than being famous and broke.
Right.
That's some hard shit right there.
Right.
But as the years went by and I began to think about it, if it wasn't never for the moves that Mitch made to the Godfather Mitch, got things all hemmed up. This is the person I'm talking about. At the end of My Part of Town, there's shout outs. That was our manager, Tony Mitchell. If it wasn't for the things and the sacrifices that he made to get 4 people who he had no idea who they were, just he took a chance on us, like rolling the dice, and it just happened to come up 7s. If he didn't take that chance to go and borrow money from investors, whether they were drug dealers or businessmen, if he didn't take the chance to, when we didn't get paid at a show at Camden High or Woodrow Wilson, snatch somebody's car and hold on to that car until we got the car back, until we got our money and gave him his car back. If he didn't take the chance to drive out to New York and meet said G and Cool Key from Ultramagnetic, then we would have never had no SP12 to make Danger Zone, or to make Kick the Ball.
Right.
Shout out Camden, Kick the Ball, Big Lou Rat, Preston Brown.
Yeah.
Everybody from Camden that showed mad love.
Indeed.
The other night at the Camden Underground Music Award.
That's what's up. We're at Swag Magazine. I gotta plug this. Swag Magazine won Magazine of the Year, and we're very proud, humbled. Thank you very much for the votes, for the people who put that together. We appreciate it. We're working over here at Swag Magazine, and it's nice to notice that.
Very nice.
Yeah, man. So that's good, man. So what advice do you have to give to any artist that's up and coming out there and want to actually see the places that you guys seen, do things that y'all been able to do?
Well, hip hop is forever going to be linked to smoking blunts, somewhat violent battle lyrics. A lot of hip hop can't be played because it's profane. I do some parties, like I'm not big on downloading or buying the radio version. It just doesn't move me. So you're gonna face a lot of opposition. You're gonna face a lot of roadblocks along your journey to become Lil Wayne or whoever you're trying to become. Really, you're trying to become yourself as a success in the model of a Lil Wayne, who you've seen done it repeatedly over an extended period of time. The first thing that you need to be is driven. Do not take no for an answer. Over a period of time, your songs are going to improve if you apply yourself and work hard enough and believe in yourself. And it helps to have a few people that believe in you. Your team gotta be good. If your team is suspect, you're gonna have to carry them. Now you're carrying yourself and your team.
Right.
They're gonna be at the bar drinking your beers up on the tab. They're gonna be at the bar selling T-shirts at your show with they logo on it. That don't mean they don't love you. That just means they drawing right there.
Right.
And it's a personal situation that I went through recently. So whoever's watching this interview, you already know who I'm talking about. You're gonna go through situations about googly eyes, their girl giving you googly eyes or something, and now they think you want to fuck their girl or something.
Right.
So I'm addressing a lot of issues right now that's close and personal to home, right here in the circle. Tighten up your circle. Money over bitches, family over everything. We all know what that Facebook post was about. That's why I'm looking dead straight into the camera. So we'll go back to the interview real quick.
right.
I just got on my BC real quick.
So out of the new genre of hip hop, who entertains DJ Too Tough? Who you feeling right now? Whose music?
Now, see, look, that was supposed to drown out who I was saying. I really like. That way I ain't on the hook for nothing.
I hear you.
One of my favorite artists right now. I mean, I have to play a lot of stuff because I do house DJ stuff for a lot of different events and venues. I like Drake. I mean, Drake continues to make consistent hits time after time. Anytime Drake come out with something, it's gonna be a hit.
Right.
His hooks is off the chain.
Indeed.
Future. It's basically certain songs that I like. Juicy J.
Right.
Slaughterhouse. On a lesser note, as far as that was my commercial choices on what's going to get them dancing. That's the choices.
You gotta make them dance.
So that's
the people about the seats.
That's the choices where if the chick come up to me and it's 1:15, and she drunk as shit, and I don't got that song, it's gonna be a problem.
She gonna curse you out.
Yeah, she gonna make me feel bad, and I'm gonna be mad because I don't got the joint. Because once you got the party, the floor full,
you wanna keep it moving.
Yeah, now she done already interrupted my flow.
Right.
So if I can fit it in, like if I'm at 103, I'm not gonna go and play something that's 117 or 134. Because everything nowadays is 134 or 70.
Right.
And that's pretty much the same thing. You can pull that blend off.
DJ, the constant entertainer.
And you gotta do it on the fly.
You gotta do it on the fly.
While you drunk or while they drunk.
Yeah.
So as the more closer it gets to last call, the more obscure the requests become, and the more arrogant they are about asking you to play them.
Right.
And I've been able to deal with that very easily now, where I used to buck traffic and have my man stand in between me and the requester.
Right.
But right now, my library is nice. My hands is nice. I'm good. I'm clean. I'm bright-eyed. You can see me. You can feel me. Free Beanie Siegel. Look, free my man Beans. When Beans come home, we're going to get it right in, all crazy. Shout out to Ammo for riding hard. Shout out to Eva. Shout out to Junie. Shout out to everybody that looked out, like just recently when y'all seen the whole switch-up happen. I could cry for you right now, but I'd rather swing for you. So you just tell me who to go in on. I take the case and the Aggie.
Right.
And we good.
Now, one of the most
He talking shit now. He talking shit. Go
ahead. One of the most popular songs. I want you to tell me. One of the most popular songs that got mad spins, probably was at the top of the charts, that had the DJ in there who carried it, who held it down. Name that song. What song is that to you? That, the cut was just like...
What, my part of town? I'm going to put my own shit out there.
Indeed.
It was an anthem that we didn't really expect to make. The last night in the studio at Victory K-Gem on the South Street Towers, 2nd and South. I still ain't know what I was gonna cut.
Right.
So I went home that night. The lyrics was laid for the whole album because as a Tuff Crew production, when we would do everything pre-production, weeks ahead of time. After we had to put everything together for the Red Book quality mix down for Warlock, for them to put the next album out. Because we had already done Kick the Ball, but that was like Ultramagnetic inspired. That was us leaning on Ultramagnetic to teach us how to work the SP12, to teach us about mixing it down, how to put them little echoes in there and all that. And I didn't know what I was going to cut, so he said, listen, we're going to find something to cut. So I had everything set up for Deuce's House, and I had everything set up for Smooth Momentum. That was just 2 records, so I only had to cut the and make it look. See, that whole Smooth Momentum joint came from me seeing Cash Money scratching at the Carver Center in Norristown. He was cutting Bouncy Lady, and I was just in the crowd watching it. He was like, you know, Cash. He got the movements with that joint.
He got the flavor, the style.
Cash nice. So
nice with it.
We
One
basically
of the best that ever did it, ever.
Cash on point sharp. All of his joints come on beat. The nigga is like a human metronome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I like that.
Yeah, it's not off beat. So the night before that, I found the Curtis Blow joint. I had a bunch of records. I found the Curtis Blow joint, and it was a 3-piece. It's like so damn tough.
Right.
And that's just like no rapper can rap. If you cut an LL Cool J, I'm bad.
Right.
You can go rapper can rap, it can rap, can rap.
Right.
So damn tough, damn tough. I was like, oh shit, that's the same joint. So I heard Cash do that. Cash, you know I bitch some of your shit, dog. So we good, cause I love you, boy. That's why we good, cause I respect you and I look up to you as a champion of this hip hop scratching shit, man. For real.
Dude.
Got me stuttering and tripping over my little Ice-T non-alcoholic boy. But look, that song has carried 25 years.
25 years.
I'm real humble.
And I don't care where you at, what you doing. You might not even be in the mood to party. When that song come on, you like, oh, that's that shit right there, baby.
Yeah, that was nice.
It just the intro grab you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So a lot of people ask me, where did y'all get them samples from? Where did you get the sample from? It's not a big secret. It's Blackbird's Street Games.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. You go Google it, you go YouTube it, you'll find it.
Right.
But you were supposed to have found it in '87. Then you would have, you know what I mean, you'd have been a little bit ahead of the game.
Right.
At Tuff Crew as a production team and as a rap group and as a performing group and as a promotional team have always been 10 years ahead of our time.
Right.
So right now, the stuff that I let you hear in the car, that's stuff that we did maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
And
so that definitely sounds ahead of its time.
That's stuff that's going to be released on the new Tuff Crew album.
Right.
If, when, and supposedly when it comes out. Recently, I released 2008. I released TJ Two Tough's Lost Archives on Traffic Entertainment. That created a little bit of a stir because I used Ice Dog solo songs that I had, Mechanism solo songs that I had, Prime Minister Dope solo songs that I had, Project Niggas, E-Dog, rest in peace, solo songs that I had, Straight Business, group from Chester that I produced, solo songs that I had, shout out to Breon and Melly Pay, Class B, what's up? So I was like kind of overstepping my boundaries without asking permission to use those songs, even though I'm the only person that has the original tapes, and they don't even have a copy of the shit on the CD.
Right.
So in the essence of saving and rescuing hip hop from the deterioration of the cassette tape, plus I don't mind putting it out and get a couple dollars. That was the bridge. I threw that out there as the bridge, and I put myself as a target in the line of fire for my own team to come at me and be like, nigga, you ain't even tell me you was fucking releasing this shit.
Right.
But for the long-term benefits of it, and my whole team see how I ride, and they 100% behind me.
Indeed.
Especially now, more recently, that things are coming along a whole lot easier.
Hey, man. Sometimes the coach...
Turn my headphones up.
You gotta turn your headphones up. Sometimes the coach might ask you to do something for the team that you might not agree with, or see, you know, at that time you don't think that it's the right thing to do. But if you trust and believe, then, you know.
For the benefit of the long term and the benefit of reintroducing Tuff Crew onto the scene, those songs had to come out.
Right.
They were songs that I did in '94 You know where the M Room is on Girard Avenue?
Indeed.
I lived right next door to the M Room, and that's where I made that whole Lost Archives joint. Cake Mix, Praise, Sat used to come down there. So it was a lot of graffiti writers from Fishtown that used to come down there. Joey Stacks, Brian Curran, you know, like my team of go-to boys, my go-to team. They might not be famous, they might not be rich, but they ride hard.
Right.
And they know I ain't gonna do them dirty.
Indeed.
And I ain't gonna forget about them neither. If it should so be God's will for me to explode onto the scene on some 5 million record sales.
Right.
That's what I'm shooting for. Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for.
Right.
If I don't shoot for the 5 million, 10 million, 30 million record sales, if you shoot for Jupiter or Neptune or Pluto and you land on the moon, shit, you still made it farther than a nigga that's shooting for fucking California.
You did pretty freaking goddamn good. You know what I'm saying?
Think big, dream big.
Yes, sir.
Going back to the question, you was like, what advice would you have for artists who's trying to make it in the industry now? Dream big and chase that with all of your heart and soul. Chase it. In jail, when you get booked, if you get booked, if you're dumb enough or not careful enough to get yourself booked, while you got that downtime, work out, do push-ups, get on your diet joint, write your rhymes. Because I used to write rhymes, but my joints wasn't rhymes. My joints was beats. I'm writing beats, cuts, what I'm gonna put in here, what I'm gonna put in there. That became songs right now.
Wow.
If I was to die today, I'm good.
Right.
I don't really have much to leave my daughter as an estate, but I got a whole bunch of shit that's already been made. Somebody could take that and go ahead and sell it, because I'm gonna definitely take it and go sell it while I'm still living.
Right.
I'm not waiting around for nothing. I'm tired of waiting. I waited to get off probation. I had 4 years probation. I waited to get off that shit for 11 years.
Wow.
I'm off probation now. So the time is now. Seize the moment. Carpe diem. I went to St. Joe's Prep, so I got a really good education. But
Indeed.
I also graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. 8th and Jefferson,
Yes,
6th
sir.
and Thompson, 6th and Master.
Right.
Shout out Mechanism. Shout out Philly Melvin Reed. Ron Chavez, the executioner. You know, in the joint be like, I like to say what's up to Mike, Mel, and Lou.
Right.
Max A. Room, Bird, and the crew. Down with me from my part of town. That's like all hood.
Right.
That's hood dudes
love.
that may or may not still be alive.
Right.
So
Wow.
they've forever been eternalized
In that song.
in that song.
That's,
so,
and that's what's up, brother. That's what's up. I know at the Philly Hip Hop Awards, shout out to Miss Sonya and Jimmy the Saint. You guys got up on stage.
I'm gonna be at Dobbs with Sonya.
You gonna be at some job with Sonya?
October 3rd, we're at Dobbs.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be something special there. Somebody told me it's gonna be something special. They come on. We got a surprise for you. So I don't know what the surprise is, Sonya.
Okay.
Really, I don't know. But
DJ T-Top
I've been
like surprises.
asking. I even tried to bribe him with a little couple dollars that I do have.
Right. Y'all brothers got up on stage, man. It's like the love that you guys still
At the TLA?
Yeah, the TLA.
I wasn't there.
You wasn't there?
No, I wasn't there.
Get out of
I
here.
was in New York. I had another show booked for that night, and it was a nice amount of money.
I must have been drinking a lot of Coronas though, because I thought you was up there jamming with them.
No, I never got my word. I didn't get my word, and it wasn't no disrespect to Jimmy the Saint, because I went to the year before awards.
Right. I was
And
there too.
I
That was
even-
out Parkside or somewhere, right?
Yeah, Parkside. I even booked Young Savage, Ape Gang, and Lee Mason to
Right.
perform with me at the Tyconi Billiards show,
Okay.
which with Tuff Crew and Schoolie D.
Right.
And the show got canceled. The cops was literally outside there telling people go away. I sold a lot of advanced tickets.
Right. Wow.
So if anybody out there bought a ticket to that show, I'm not returning no money.
But you get to the next show.
But you can come on to the next show, and I got some merchandise and some CDs and some autographed pictures for you and all that. Ride with Tuff Crew, because you know we rise and fall. If you know what I mean, like it ain't never like you ain't never rise and fall. Some days you eat the bear, some days the bear eats you.
I use that term
So
all
look,
the
keep
time.
it 100,
I use that
for
term
real.
all the time. Well, man, look into the camera real quick, man, and just talk to the people, man. Tell me how you feeling.
Right now I'm feeling really blessed, and I'm trying not to be too arrogant and let my ego take control of my life to where I say things that offend people. So I try to be as grateful and as humble and as courteous as possible. That's not always easy for me, because I'm sort of like a comedian boy. Sometimes I laugh at other people, a lot of times I laugh at myself for situations and decisions that I've made that I knew was dangerous for me to make. But all in all, my life is what it is. It's not always filled with joy, but it's never boring. So whether I'm in jail or I'm on the stage in Miami in front of 30,000 people, whether I'm on the cancer table where they're doing operations on my neck, while I'm in jail fighting an aggravated assault case that I'm looking at 4 to 8, and that's the deal that they're gonna give me, I'll still go back and read the Daily News and read about my Eagles while I'm wearing Raiders gear. So if you can understand the Raiders, the whole Raiders aspect, that's a just win baby. That's the legacy of the Raiders. That's a mindset. But my team is the Eagles.
I always wanted that though, because I
My
always
team,
see you in
I
Raider
cry
gear.
for the Eagles. Here's how that happened. 1981 or 83, I'm not real sure. I was young. The Eagles was in the Super Bowl. Ron Jaworski was the quarterback. Jim Plunkett was the quarterback for the Raiders. The Raiders ran roughshod over him, all crazy. And this broke my heart. But I became a Raiders fan not because, like, being a Cowboys fan. We not rocking with no Cowboys fans, dog. We're not doing that.
I just happen to be a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, well, I got to drive home with you, so I'm gonna just be quiet. But I'm not a Raiders fan because they won Super Bowls constantly every year, because they haven't. I'm a Raiders fan because of that Al Davis gangster mentality. The Raider looting the island, taking another nigga's ship, taking the booty, taking the bitches. You know what I mean? We leave with everything. The rum under this joint and your wife under this joint. You know what I mean? So like I said, my life is not always the most joyous thing, the most joyous lifestyle to live, but it's never ever boring. So I'm just thankful to be here still, thankful to be alive. I'm on my little workout joint, I'm on my clean joint. So, you know, get my little push-ups in. I ain't no beast, I ain't probably never gonna be no beast, but I'm gonna be motherfucking healthy, I'll tell you that.
You know,
and I'm gonna be inspired. See, this is a marathon. This shit ain't no sprint. So y'all can go ahead and sprint. I'm gonna still be jogging along at a steady pace, laughing and giggling while niggas are shooting at me. It ain't about nothing to me.
Some people's lives are here and there, you know what I'm saying? They go this far this way, or they go this far that way, you know what I'm saying? We all have ups and downs. What I mean by that, I mean, you know, the most experience that somebody might have with something negative might only go here. They might only, you know, they might have stole some cereal out this supermarket. Then they might, you know, entertain probably 10 people at a gasoline station. But you've had the honor and the privilege to really live life, to go here and to go here. And, you know, so what does that mean to you though, man?
It means that there's places that I haven't been to yet. There's places and things that other people expect of me, because I've built it up to a point where they expect that I need to achieve. Short-term goals, I always set short-term goals to achieve, which is what keeps me going, to say that I accomplished something. It's a step on the ladder. I'm not going to try to jump to the roof. I got to climb up step by step. So those steps that go through, they you know, 20 steps, 50 steps, 100 steps, 200 steps is what makes a mile. The only way you're going to get to run 1 mile is if you jog 10,000 steps at a time. And each one of those 10,000 steps is an individual accomplishment that I try to gain confidence, positivity, friends, team to ride along with me. Because as you move along, there's other people moving along on that same journey. If you can find someone with the like mindset, then you set to go. You got a little squad.
All right. Still your boy Big Train, Swag Magazine. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do. Yo, we still here with my man, legendary DJ, producer, Too Tough. So what's up, baby, man? Yo, listen, what's in the background over there, man? We see you got the high rises over there.
That's downtown Philly in the background.
Downtown
right behind
Philly.
that is Badlands, Danger Zone. You know what I mean?
Danger Zone.
Official
Danger
representative.
Zone. Yes,
Tough
sir.
in the building. I'm back in black. Y'all see me in another joint on the Golden State Warriors shit.
Indeed.
What's good?
And we out here at the waterfront, man, where they have all kinds of crazy shows. You know, the Battleship over there. You know, the Spirit, Philadelphia, come over here and everything. And the Spirit is here, man. So Tough, man. Real quick, on some serious shit real quick. My daughter's a cancer survivor. One of the things that I've understand about you, that you also too battled, you know, cancer. So what was that like, man?
Well, actually, I didn't know. I had a lump on my neck for maybe 2.5 years. I got booked. I was in the house of correction. I had nothing else to do, so to get off the block, I would constantly go to the doctors. I said, let me get this checked out, because when I was shaving on my girl would kiss me, something like that. I was kind of self-conscious about the lump on my neck. After a little bit of medical investigation in the House of Correction in jail, they took me and removed two nodules that they said were cancerous from my neck. 2 weeks later, I'm still in jail. 2 weeks later, they didn't actually tell me it was cancer at that point. They took me back 2 weeks later to the doctor in handcuffs in an orange jumpsuit with shackles on my legs and all that to Tarzell Area Health. Told me that I had cancer. I fainted in the chair. I'm sitting in the chair with handcuffs and everything. I fainted. I wake up. They are people's face all in my face. I was like, what the fuck just happened? So anyway, 2 weeks later, they took me and removed my thyroid. Told me I had thyroid cancer. So I began to feel like if I'm going to die, I don't really want to die in jail.
Right.
And I'm not biting no plea deal. But
Indeed.
The offer was 4 to 8. So I went through the procedure to get my detainers lifted, get my bail dropped to nominal bail. Got both of my detainers lifted in another state and fought the case from the street. Eventually, 3 days after my release, I went to trial and the case was thrown out. I was found not guilty, thank God. And I proceeded to go through chemotherapy and radioactive iodine treatments. So I just wanted to advise everybody who has a loved, we've all been affected by cancer in one way or another, whether you know it or not. Someone in your family has had cancer, you know someone who's died of cancer, you may have cancer right now and you don't know it.
Yeah.
Get yourself checked out. You know, any abnormalities, you know, if you catch it early enough, you're gonna live to talk about it and tell how you defeated cancer, which is always a good thing to have in your pocket.
Yes, sir.
Like
That's too tough right there. That's tough. That's tough. So, man, I'm happy that you was able to do that. God bless you and shit. But, man, it was good to see that you're still here, rocking on, still doing the thing you love to do. That's the music, entertaining people, inspiring people. And that's another way that you inspire people by your survival, you know, with cancer, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, thank you for being here, man. And we appreciate you, legendary.
Not a problem. Last thing I wanted to say, shout out to my mom and dad, my daughter Felicity. My daughter actually had a brain tumor when she was 7.
Wow.
Nothing that runs in the family or anything like that, but you never know what can happen with your health. So get screened, stay physically fit, eat correctly. This your boy Too Tough. Badlands representative, holla.
Big Train, one love. Swag on, baby.
Swag Mag Online, rock on.
SwagMagazineOnline.com. It's Swag Magazine. Pick up your copy today.